Add that to his Racer Savings pregame winning check, and Johnny LaBousse Jr. has already made in 2 days $32,500 doing that bracket racing. Dad, that's Johnny LaBousse Sr. Mom, Pat, they are happy. You know, Dad is a pretty good bracket racer in his day, too. Moving ahead on this action-packed weekend, weather has been a factor all weekend long. But Saturday, the clouds coming up, a little bit of moisture in the air, a lot of uncertainty. But I'll tell you one thing, the folks at Bristol Dragway keep them running. Kyle and Peter had the right plan here, and drag racers responded big time. Wesley Washington in the near lane, he's got a 631 dial. Jeff Rooks in the far lane, a 638 dial. And off the line, Jeff goes 006. He's been on it all weekend long, and he'll take home the win here. 638 with an 8 on a 638 dial. Razor close. Over 200 drag racers here, but on today's effort, Johnny LaBousse gets the bye run because of an odd number of folks. He bye runs to the finals, 664, and what's he run? A 664 with a 3. Bye run into the finals. Guaranteed $6 grand, even if he loses this one. That's not on his mind. A good matchup here. Jeff Rooks out of Rainsville, Alabama, 639 dial. And Johnny LaBousse is 691. Jeff goes foul 007. Johnny goes 011. And he lets up just a bit because you know he's got the victory there. 691 with the 7 at 120 miles per hour. Yep, another day, another trip to the winner's circle, and $20,000 from Jegs. $52,500 for Johnny LaBousse Jr. And there's 1 day of racing left.
I'm Jason Pattison, and I believe in performance. That's why I use E3 spark plugs in all my own vehicles. E3 spark plugs have an advanced technology diamond fire electrode. It creates the fastest and most complete burn of fuel during each combustion cycle. That means better performance, more power, and better fuel efficiency. E3 spark plugs. Get some.
You'll find E3 spark plugs with diamond fire technology at these fine stores.
Al's Liner is the only professional-grade truck bed liner kit designed for the do-it-yourself user. Are you looking for a coating that allows you to control the texture, color, thickness, and even the hardness of the material? Al's gives you all this and more. Easily applied to metals, wood, concrete, fiberglass, or just about anything by spraying with our custom spray gun or brushing and rolling. Al's gives you the options, accessories, and additives you want at a fraction of the cost. We have the background and knowledge to make even the first-time applicator look like a pro. To get more information or to find a retailer near you, log on now to alsliner.com.
Labonte Motorsports water methanol injection systems gives your engine the air charge needed for optimum fuel burn. One simple install and pump gas transforms into 116 high-octane race fuel for maximum horsepower. More pulling power for diesel trucks and lower EGTs up to 250 degrees. Get tuned, get going.
This edition of Inside Drag Racing brought to you by E3 Spark Plugs. Maximum performance and increased efficiency. By Al's Liners, open a box of possibilities. And by Matco Ratchet Fit Fasteners, it's about performance. Final day, quarterfinals. Due to rain overnight, this racetrack has been shorted to 1/8 mile. It started as a 1,000-foot compromise, but very, very high winds and some weepers at the top end have led track officials and Kyle and Peter to determine we'll run it at 1/8 mile. Racer said we're running for $20,000 cash. Let's rock. Junior Houston in the near lane. Out of Newland, North Carolina, John Ciccarone out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Boy, tight on the line at 0-1-2 for Junior. Junior goes 460 with the 5 on a 460 dial. Next up, Brian Folk. This guy has been all over the planet. His dad used to run. Brian dials 476. Jeff Strickland in the far lane fouls 005, a red light there. Brian marches on A 473 breaks out on a 476, but he'll still move on because of the red light in the far lane. Marty Dabney in the far lane out of Troy, Virginia, up against Denver Malpa. Denver goes 477 on the dial. For Marty, 455. Marty turns on a red bulb with a 004. Denver moves on a 476 with the 4 on a 477 dial and a breakout. Brian Folk, again, yep, you can double enter your vehicles here at this race. 466 is what he hangs. Jason Kenny, he goes foul 022. Jason gets a shout out because he's from Ontario, Canada. 8th mile, Brian Folk, 468 with the 1. He moves on to the finals. 21 states and folks from Canada are here at this event. A beautiful weekend most of the time. A little windy today. Now we get set for Jegs celebrating 50 years of business on this final day, $20,000. Johnny LaMousse Jr., he's on the sideline watching. Someone else is going to take home the big check. Junior Houston, a 460 dial. Brian Folk, a 476. Brian's got not one, but 2 opportunities here in the semifinal. Off the line, Brian goes 004. Junior goes 007. Brian gets the win, a 461 with the 2 on a 460 dial. The other half of the semifinals, Brian Folk again, a 468 dial in this car, and Denver Malpa, a 477 dial in. They've really done everything here. Round losers pick up some great prizes. $20,000 in hardcore parts given to the racers. We drop it right here. Brian at 019, he picks up the win, a 468 with the 0. Perfect, dead on, moving to the finals. The last session of the K&N Spring Fling 20s presented by Sparco on Jegs Day brings up 2 folks that have never graced victory lane here during this weekend. Junior Houston, a 461 dial in the near lane, and Brian Folk, a 470 in the far lane. What a great weekend it has been. As we put the final run on here in very windy conditions, as we get set to drop the tree, both drivers in, lights it up. Junior, 003 reaction time. Brian, 008 reaction time at the 8th mile. This one goes to Junior Houston, a 462. That breaks out a double breakup. He's closest to that dial-in time. Congratulations to Junior Houston as he takes home the victory here at the Spring Fling 20s. As he comes into victory lane, a very, very happy guy. And I tell you, this has been one great event. Everything geared to the racers. The 1,000-foot compromise, allowing racers to drive 1 car, 1 driver to enter 2 cars. Wow, it's been excellent. Johnny LaMousse Jr., the big winner throughout the weekend. But Junior Houston, with the time slip in hand, gets out to receive the big check there from Seipel. Jared Parrington from the Foot Brake World Challenge on board here. Jared hands off the check. Junior's a happy guy, as is everyone else. Hey, we're going to highlight someone here. This man, Kurt Smith, and his wife, Sally, who's up running the tower. This guy's been involved with drag racing for a lot of years, and he runs the staging lanes here at Bristol Dragway, matching up the drivers. He is absolutely fair, and he loves drag racing. He's been all over the country, and he gets a spotlight on him here. Thanks for the great weekend, Bristol Dragway. To Kyle and Peter, congratulations on a great race. To all the racers taking part, come back next year. I'll guarantee you, lots of cash on the line. Next week on IDR, we're going back to Bristol for the Blue Oval Bash. Have a great week. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.
Woo!